Hi, welcome to this session on RESTful based web services. In this session, I will cover at the high level the details of the topic of RESTful web services. As a part of this, I will also cover some of the constraints that are necessary to develop a robust internet application. The web services based on the architectural style propounded by a person called Roy Fielding is popularly known as RESTful Web Services. REST stands for Representational State Transfer. The purpose of following or using REST web services is to bring in a number of desired features such as scalability, simplicity, loose coupling, etc. for web-based application which are absolutely essential in today's context. The REST style proposed by Roy Fielding is based on 6 essential constraints on the design of any internet-based system. They are as follows: the client-server based model, stateless communication, cacheable responses, uniform interface, layered system, and code on demand. Let us spend some time in understanding these constraints at a high level. Client server. Any system should be able to be broken down to clients and servers. Servers have all the resources and the clients are looking for these resources. Servers take care of the back-end operations and the client take care of the UI UX operations. The communication between the client and the server is generally the HTTP protocol. Stateless communication. Roy Fielding's style insists on keeping the communication between the client and server to be stateless. This means that the server has absolutely no idea about the client between its two calls made. By implementing this, the system can be made as a scalable, high-performance applications on the internet. Cacheable responses. The responses from the server must be marked cacheable or non-cacheable. Effective cache can reflect positively on the performance of the system as it can reduce the number of interactions between the client and the server. Uniform interface. This is the central feature of the REST style that distinguishes itself from the other styles. The recommendation here is to maintain a uniform interface between the components. The REST interface is designed for a large grain hypermedia data transfer that is optimized for the web. There are 4 sub-constraints here which I will elaborate in my next lesson. Layered system. Any application architecture based on the web should be layered architecture consisting of a hierarchy of layers. Each component in one layer can see the component in the next immediate layer only. Code on demand. This is an optional constraint, but when implemented will be very beneficial to the client. REST style allows to extend the client-side functionality by downloading and executing the code such as JavaScript or applets, etc. In this lesson, I covered the topic of RESTful web services at a high level. I also covered in some detail on the constraints that are important for developing robust web services application that works on the internet.